Now, how many of you have been accused of being too judgmental by a narcissist? Too judgmental and too selfish? I know I have. And at the time, I did not identify with that. As a matter of fact, I was whining on my inside saying, no, it's not me. I'm a loving, caring person. I'm not judgmental. But I want to tell you something. I stand here before you, and I am proud to say that I am 7 times more judgmental than I ever was before. If the narcissist that I have dealt with thought I was judgmental in the past, they have no idea. And by the end of this message, I hope to get you to a place where you are okay with being 7 times more judgmental than you have ever been in your life. My name is Kevin, and this is The Royal We. Now, let's talk about what we mean when we're talking about being judgmental, because there is a good judgmental, which is what we're going to be talking about, and there is a narcissistic, toxic judgmental, which narcissists are. So we're not talking about criticizing and demeaning and devaluing people because they like Coke and you like Pepsi. That is bullying and that's narcissistic. Don't do that. We're not talking about making fun of somebody and bullying them because they're voting one way and you're voting another way. They're Republican and you're not. Whatever the case may be, that is narcissistic. Leave them alone. Everybody's entitled to who and what they want to vote for. Don't be the narcissist who wants to try to bully people because of their views. That's not the judgmentalness that we are talking about. That's narcissism. That's narcissism 101. Criticizing people for the way they think. Criticizing somebody because they like an iPhone instead of an Android. That's what bullies do, who are jealous and who are insecure. Those are narcissists, and that is a narcissistic form of judgmentalness that we want to stay away from. You are much better than that. The Royal We, as a chosen family, is going to lean more towards a good judgment. And what is the good judgment? The good judgmentalness that we need to adopt more of in our life is the judgmentalness that is going to allow you to be self-aware in any and every situation that you are in this life. This will protect you and your loved ones from possible threats. This is being in tune with your body, with your mind, and with your spirit. This is using your God-given gift of discernment, which is incredible, by the way. How many of you are aware that you have inside of you real spidey senses, if you will? Just like Spider-Man, right? Except they're real. And they do let you know when something's wrong in the environment that you're in. We need to pay attention to these and allow these things to naturally form and grow, therefore making us more judgmental, right? Now, I want to talk with you real quick about something called the color code of awareness, which if you want to, get out a pen, get a paper, write this down and focus on this and make this a daily goal to live in a color code of awareness. The color code of awareness is something that's adopted by law enforcement. It's adopted by military. It's adopted by anybody who goes into situations where there is a possible threat. And hello, you and I need to understand that we live in a world where every day there is a possible threat. Why are we just allowing military and police officers to live in a color code of awareness when we all should? And if we all live according to a color code of awareness, and if we all up our judgmental game in this life and be better judges, then we will avoid toxic relationships and narcissistic abuse, because narcissistic abuse is the result of, and this is the Royal We motto, help me out here, let's all say it together, being with people you have no business being with, doing things you have no business doing, and going places you have no business going. This is what causes, usually, toxic, dysfunctional relationships and narcissistic abuse. All right? So let's look at the color code of awareness to begin with. We start with the color code of white. White is the worst place that you can be in the color code of awareness. It simply means you are unaware. You are oblivious to your surroundings and what's going on around you. You might as well be walking in the middle of the freeway, playing Minecraft, looking at your phone during rush hour. That's how oblivious you are. You are the perfect target. You are prey for any criminal, let alone a narcissist or a toxic individual. This is very dangerous, and many of us have been living our lives in this area of this color code of being white, unresponsive, unaware, with our rose-colored goggles on, looking at the world through this, oh, there's love in everything, just prancing around like we're fairies, throwing flowers everywhere, just looking for love, right? That's the color code of white. No judgment whatsoever. That will get you in trouble, right? And if you are living in that place, sometimes you're not even thinking about it. It's not that we're trying to not be aware. It's just that oftentimes we find ourselves not giving a shit. And now that we've experienced toxic relationships and we are awakening, we're starting to give a shit, right? Because it hurts. And it should. And so now we're going to talk about the next color code of awareness, which is the color code of yellow. Color code of yellow means that you are aware of your surroundings. You're conscious about where you're going, about who you're spending time with, about who you're talking to. You're not just going to go to church and invite your new neighbor sitting down next to you in the pew over to your house and to your family's place for dinner. Why? Well, because you just met them at church and they seem like they're really nice people. No. That, my friends, is living in the color code of white, not caring enough and putting yourself in a dangerous situation. Color code of yellow allows you the opportunity to first get to know people and be aware, observe your environments that you're going into. That's being in the yellow, and at the very least, we should all be there on a daily basis. The next one that you need to write down is the color code of orange. Orange is a heightened yellow. It means that not only are you aware, but you have already, through observation, you have identified possible threats. Simply by observing people and how they treat others, the way they talk to servers, the way they talk to other people, you're observing who are bullies, who are narcissists, and who are toxic. You can do this in your jobs. You can do it in family situations. This gives you a heads up. Not in a way of, oh, I need to go talk to that person and share love with them. Instead, being more judgmental now, you should be able to, in your mind and in your own spirit, say, okay, that's a possible problem right there. That's a potential issue. I better be careful. And you handle it appropriately. And when you're in the color code of orange and you've identified narcissists and sociopaths and you've identified toxicity and you're ready to get out of there, right? If you have to, you're ready to respond. That's being in orange. You and I should be in that as well. We should be between yellow and orange on a daily. On the daily, Royal We family. Then the last color in the color code of awareness is red. Red is you are in the fight. The threat's been identified, and now you are either evacuating out of the situation or it's alert time. There's a fight going on and you need to be responsive because your life depends on it. That is living in the color code of red. So it's simple, 4 basic colors. White, which is oblivious. Yellow, which is being aware. Orange, which is heightened awareness and identifying threats and narcissists. And then red is you are evacuating or you're fighting, but you're taking action. This is how you and I should be living our lives. Again, not putting other people down, not criticizing and not demeaning, but using the God-given gifts of discernment within us to speak to us. It's an incredible gift. It's an incredible thing that we have. I'm willing to believe that Spider-Man, the character, was made up, the spidey senses, if you will, was made up of this idea, this concept that we really, truly have this ability to feel in the atmosphere when something might be off. And it helps us to be able to go into situations with one eye looking forward, with an eyeball looking backward, with our head on a swivel. Be judgmental. You are called to be judgmental in this life. If you are not going to be the best judge over where you go and what you do, nobody is going to be that judge for you. And you don't want to put yourself and make yourself subject to anything in this world. You need to be the judge. You need to be 7 times more judgmental than you have ever been. Make sense? Listen, I want to be a part of your healing journey. Visit www.jointheroyalwe.com where you can schedule one-on-one time with me. We could do a video conference call through FaceTime or WhatsApp. Listen, I want to be a part of your healing journey. Visit www.jointheroyalwe.com, where we can have a one-on-one consultation. We could have a video consultation or a telephone consultation through FaceTime or WhatsApp. We can also have a text message consultation. It's up to you. Visit www.jointheroyalwe.com to find out how to get scheduled and plugged in right now. Also, join me every Monday night for Royal We Life Chat. This is the community coming together to ask questions, answer questions, and you can even call in for free as long as you know that the show is live. Again, this is Royal We Life Chat every Monday night, 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time, and Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Central Time is Royal We Fellowship. This is an in-depth Bible study from the perspective of understanding the world is toxic and narcissistic. It's unlike any other Bible study you've been a part of. So join me every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. You can find all the links to the channels and the website down below in the description box, and I'll be back with more videos right here on the Royal We.